Hi, I'm Sangeeta Das, lead learning designer EON Reality. And today we are talking with one of our customers from India who will be sharing their experience of using the EON-XR platform, especially the EdTech platform, and how EON-XR has been helping them in leveraging the 21st century skills in shaping up how they bridge the talent gap in their students and help them achieve the gap between academia and business. So today we have with us the CEO and co-founder of Develearn Technologies, Mr. Akshat Kadam. Hi Akshat, great to have
Yeah.
you here
Hey,
today.
Sangeeta. Yeah, thanks for having us.
Hi. All right. So Akshat is an electrical engineer and he's an alumnus of IIT Bombay. And currently at Develearn Technologies, he's heading the technology and academic initiatives. And also we have with us Pawan Shivare, data engineer Develearn, and he's currently managing the training and academics at Develearn. Hi Pawan, great to have you here as well.
Hello, thanks for having me.
All right. So, Akshat, I gather that Develearn is an initiative by a group of IITians, and here you are predominantly trying to empower the youth and help students acquire the right skills and expose them to the myriad of career opportunities available in the world of data science. So maybe I would like to hear more from you about what you guys have been doing so far.
Yes, thanks so much for the introduction. So we at Develearn specialize in training students and faculty of colleges and universities in emerging technologies from the ground up. And for students, our approach goes beyond your regular online education model by augmenting it with live mentoring throughout the process. Now, it's not just your typical hybrid model because our engagement with every institution is both at the student and the teacher level. So where we ensure that the teachers are upskilling, with every batch of students. Now, and finally, we constantly bring in, IIT grads, PhD level mentors for webinars and talks to also, raise general awareness amongst the students about the constant changes in the industry. Because the thing with emerging technologies is that they are evolving at such a rapid rate year on year, and it's just mind-boggling for every institution to keep up with them. So we're trying to be that platform, to support them. Yeah.
Great, great. So a lot of work happening in the forefront, both in terms of student empowerment as well as industry connect. And here, if I look at your institute, Develearn Institute within EON-XR platform, I see a lot of happenings here, like lessons created across different categories and different grades. So I'm sure you and your colleagues have been already exploring the XR platform and leveraging most of its features. So why not, Akshat, you take me through it and share some of your experiences of how it has been so far with EON-XR.
Sure. Okay. So we work with a range of higher education institutes, and it's across various domains in STEM. And EON's platform has just been a fantastic tool for improving student engagement for us, and also for sparking their curiosity overall. And leaving aside the fact that full online education over the past 2 years has just made kids completely lose touch of the laboratory experience. And yeah, but even before that, teaching was mostly textbook oriented, and the inclusion of EON's lessons in their current, online routine format has just been a refreshing change for students and teachers alike. And I'd like to exemplify all the tools and features we're exploring as we help create lessons for schools and colleges through, some of these examples that are currently on screen. And so these are a few biology examples we have picked up. And one of the features I find super useful is just the explore button that splits a 3D model into its component parts that the viewer can investigate. And here you're only limited by the amount of detail you choose to impart in your model when you're bringing it onto the platform. So it is possible to dive deep into the component parts of an organism, and you can look at each layer closely, in a way that has just not been possible through textbooks. And another amazing use case is just if you can overlay multiple structures to best recreate the various systems in an organism, as a way to look at the insides without the need to even dissect an animal for the same purposes. So the instructor can also leave specific notes and even pop quizzes attached as annotations as they are making these lessons. I think we can see a few of them on screen right now. So
Right.
yeah. And you can also choose to individually focus on multiple systems. And finally, so here let's take a look at the animation function within lessons. And it's just an unrivaled feature that adds also a temporal component to this entire spatial freedom that these lessons provide. So I often find that the heart with its structural complexity is just a topic that biology students have just grown to fear. And but with this set of animations that we have ready on EON's platform, so this seemingly complex circulation is just simplified to a great extent through just a few bunch of procedural steps. And the response of this has been so enthusiastic from students that who have tested this out. And they just come back with us with feedback saying that they want more organ functions to be animated and just portrayed in a similar format. Yeah.
Right. I think that is really great to hear from a student's perspective and how they are really enjoying and appreciating the work that we do at EON-XR. Right. Also, in talking in the similar lines, we have other excellent features like, let's say, 3D recording that is embedded within the EON-XR authoring tool. So now maybe I would like to hear from Pawan. Pawan, if you have already been using this feature in your lesson creation and how it has been, whether it's been useful or whether it is easing your life or what exactly? Why don't you take us through?
Hey, we'll see this amazing 3D recording feature in this platform.
Yeah, I can
Atomic
hear your
structure is
voice
the
as
most
well. So Pawan,
fundamental
maybe
lesson in physics.
just give
Also,
me some idea how it has been with EON-XR 3D recording feature.
yeah, sure. So 3D recording within EON-XR platform is very innovative, I consider. Like its ease of use, as you can see in the screen, its use of ease makes it very user friendly. I can observe in this pandemic, instructors are spending chunks of their time designing their material. So for this atomic structure lesson, say, if I want to create an atomic structure lesson from the scratch, I need to spend a lot of time. How should I design my lesson and what should be the flow?
Right.
Maybe I need the diagrams and flow charts also. But if I use this atomic structure asset from the EON-XR and build a 3D recording around it, it just made an instructor life very simple. An instructor like me who has to do a lot of recordings and do lessons.
Correct.
So it just have the liberty to use these amazing built-in features such as explode, animate, and this annotation button through which we can see and leverage the features of the platform and model our lecture step by step, go into the further detail and talk more about it. So I believe it's very efficient and very effective way to teach and learn. So this way students will have more engaging and as an instructor, I need to spend less time to focus on the design part as
Correct.
well.
Correct. I can't agree more because this functionality is predominantly designed keeping in mind that we have to ease some of the work that the author or the teacher has to do so that they can focus more on other things and not like building the content. Talking in similar lines, I also would like to hear from Pawan. How was your experience with the EON-XR meeting feature, the virtual meetings that we call it?
Okay. So as far as I have used it, XR meeting is been a really interactive way to conduct real-time classes from the EON application. We can add as many participants for a lecture. I can add as many students from my classroom to the lecture itself, and it turns create a very rich experience for the learners and for the students, even better than a physical mode class. As in the pandemic, we cannot go out. So the ability to present the lecture in virtual reality mode and in the augmented reality mode as well, where we can see these amazing features. We can use this animation and this like this 4-valve engine is moving currently. So this is the feature, one of the very prominent feature and animation which we have used earlier. So another thing which is very important, I liked it, the ability to handle over the control to the participants within the meeting. So it increases the level of interaction with the students. Like
Right. I see both you
and,
and Akshat has been participating and collaborating with each other in this meeting.
yeah,
Right.
like that.
So
it
we
just
tried
passed
to, we tried to simulate the entire student-teacher format just amongst ourselves. And here you can see I just think it's fantastic how, one person's changes on screen are visible live to the other. And especially in this modality, in 3D, this is something that we just haven't seen before. So I think this would really help in expressiveness for students.
Yeah. And being able to experience all these lesson created by the teacher in the live lecture, it itself made it very engaging for the students, and everybody enjoy when everybody is enjoying lectures from home. So it creates a very rich and vivid experience for the learner as well.
Correct. Great. Thank you, Pawan. Thank you so much. So this lesson actually caught my interest. I saw it, it's some kind of computer assembly. I suppose it's created by Akshat. So, and you have explored this AR feature as much to basically showcase your model and create a different kind of experience.
Right.
So what is your take on this, Akshat?
Okay, so for this example, let's just change gears to something simpler. And despite there being an abundance of complex machine models available on the platform, the typical computer setup is often underestimated in its usability for introducing it to young students. And one of the best things about learning about the same object contextually is when we're able to place it in the real world and interact with it through our phones and tablets, as a sort of lens. So this collaboration is just taken to the next level when it is executed within an XR meeting, and participants can place the same object at their respective locations, and the whole experience of laboratory demonstrations is now in the realm of remote learning. And here we can see that how you can dive deeper and deeper and explore individual components of an object that you typically weren't able to. You would have to everyone's sharing the same piece of hardware and trying to look at it. But here it's although it's virtual, that whole physical touch and feel experience isn't there, but it's extremely close to the real thing, where you kind of get to see how things fall together in the grander scheme of any assembly.
Right. Excellent. Thank you so much, Akshat. So I suppose it has been a quick feedback exchange session, and I really appreciate the way you guys have opened up your heart and mind and given the feedback of some of our excellent features. And I really look forward to seeing more and more great content coming from you in the Develearn Institute. Thank you once again. Thank you, Pawan. Thank you, Akshat. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta.